Welcome to Broke Ass to Badass, where heart-led entrepreneurs learn to build the businesses and lives of their dreams with confidence, ease, and joy. This is the anti-hustle movement, and we're your coaches in Badassery, Kimi, and Pua.
Find out more at bledigital.com, and wherever you're listening to this, be sure to click subscribe so you never miss an episode.
This is a live interview that we did with Kathy and Samantha of Badassery Magazine. Obviously, you can tell why we love these two badasses. They are the co-founders of Badassery Magazine and the co-hosts of the Badassery Podcast. This live interview is one that we did in our Facebook group, The Tribe on Facebook. This interview was so fun. It was a great opportunity for us to get to meet two other women that are helping badasses to create the businesses and lives of their dreams. We had a lot of fun jamming out with them on all things about how they make their partnership work, how they created their amazing community, and ways that you can get plugged in. So enjoy, guys, and we'll see you in the tribe.
Awesome. We totally like as soon as we heard from you guys and your name, we were like, oh my God, we have to meet them. We have to have a party, and we have to call it the Badassery Party of Badasses for Badasses by Badasses. It's really amazing and so fun to meet people who are in so much alignment, not just with the name, but alignment in service. And what we love so much about what you guys do, and it resonates so strongly with us, is you are empowering women to take the bull by the horns and do what they love. And really that's the vibe, at least I get from you guys. It's a very it's empowering. That's the word that comes to my mind. It's funny because I hesitate to say that because I heard someone once say, oh, that word empowering is so overused. But it really, in this sense, it just makes so much sense. And I would love for you guys to share if you are working with someone who is coming to you saying, I love what you guys say. I feel like this is my path, but I don't know yet what it is that I'm meant to do, but I know I'm meant to do more. What would you say to someone like that?
I think, what we always say is then go out and build it. We're not any more special than Jane Doe down the street. We're both originally from Utah. We're just two ladies who decided they didn't want to live that societal norm anymore and to go out and build it. And so I always tell people, if they have that calling and they have that stirring in their soul and they're really, really fired up about something and that passion's been lit in them, then literally it's their I don't know, their divine destiny or whatever you want to call it, to go out and make an impact on the world. And there's nothing that frustrates me more or infuriates me more is when women are lit up and they have this light inside of them and they're like, no, it's too hard. I'm not going to do it. I don't know exactly what I want to do. Well, just go out and try things and fail your way through a whole bunch of stuff. And then you'll come back around and circle around and be like, okay, here's what I did like. Here's what I didn't like. Now I'm going to go after that. But the outcome of not trying is even way worse than just going out and trying and failing at whatever it is you think you might have fun at.
Did you say fail your way through?
It did.
I love that. That's epic. You know why? Not only it doesn't just normalize failure in a positive way, but it's encouraging you to go out and fail, because that's how you figure out what you're meant to do, right? And so many people are so fearful of failure because of that unknown. Thank you so much for saying that. That's so epic.
You're welcome.
Fail your way through. So good. Okay, so it's so fun for us to talk with another duo. I heard you actually on your live the other day. You're like, what'd you call it? A two-preneur, duopreneur? And it's a really unique experience working with another person so closely to create a vision. And, we share a lot. We do other interviews about how Pua and I make this work. What are the tools or the tricks? What are the hacks? And we would love to hear from you. What does your work life look like? How do you guys communicate? What are the systems that you have in place to make this work?
We talk all day long on Slack. Like, I think
Yes.
Slack is our best friend. And if there wasn't Slack, then we would probably be really sad because it'd be just a pain in the butt to email each other all day long. So I'm glad. Wouldn't that be horrible? Could you even imagine?
Wait, we did it though for a while, remember? And then we would message each other and on like Facebook, and then we'd be like, where did those messages go?
Well, or text until you blocked me accidentally one day. Hello. I'm like, I'm texting you. And she's like, I'm not getting any of your texts. Like, it took us a while to figure out that she really just blocked me. But no, Slack is our number one. We like to have Zoom. We have meetings. Like, we meet once a week at least and talk video conference, because I live in Oregon and she lives in Utah. So we don't get all of the opportunity to actually meet in person all the time, but we still meet in person when we can. So for example, this weekend, we're going to go to California for, we're a media partner for an expo out there. And so we're going to have some strategy meetings while we're there. We've just got back from doing some tours for Badassery the last couple months. So it feels like we usually can meet at least every month or so in real life, which really helps. And that way we can talk about, the strategy of what we're working on and what our vision is. And luckily we have been able to just be really open with our communication and not, because that is ultimately the most important thing in a partnership, is having open and like communication and just feeling really comfortable with someone. I almost feel like we're married in a way. We're work wives, but because it really is that kind of a relationship when you think about it, you have to fully like trust that other person so implicitly that everything, because everything rides on that trust. And so if you can't communicate and you can't have trust and you can't be transparent in what you're doing as an individual, then it really just doesn't work.
Sure. I feel like you guys are our business duo twins. Like, we're on Slack all day. We never ever text each other. So I know that if I see a text from Kimi, it's a group text with other people on it, because it just doesn't happen. And it's so true. I feel like a relationship is a relationship, right? It can be romantic. It can be a business relationship. It can be friendships, but communication is key no matter what. And I love that you touched on that. I think it's so important. Okay, so you guys have Badassery Magazine. You guys have a community. You have this service. I would love to hear your thoughts, your kind of definition of badassery, and who's in your tribe. Who are your clients? Paint that picture for us, and kind of what your service is, how you serve.
I think that our tribe is really, really mixed. I know people are always like, niche down. And I'm like, no, thank you. And I have really come to realize that our tribe is women and, badass, supportive men in general. So really, though, women do need more support in business. It's just pure fact. And we're faced with that on a daily basis, that this world is still very sexist, and that women do need more support than men, because we are constantly having to prove ourselves in business, or, we're having to kind of, lack of better words, claw our way to the top, where men are welcomed and opened. And I can name experience after experience after experience that we've faced in this exact situation. So we're always asked, like, why do you guys help women? I'm like, well, because they need the most help. So, we're a couple of women who have been there and done that. So we go out and we find those women who need the help too, who have been, where we were in the journey. And so I wouldn't really say like we're looking for particular people. We honestly just welcome anyone and everyone who wants to kind of make a difference in this world. We look at it as we have a global impact. And so we're bigger than just the two of us, really.
Cool. And so what are some of the different programs and services? I mean, of course, you have the magazine. Maybe you can share a little bit about what that looks like, and of course the podcast, but what other programs and services and events? I know you guys do events as well. Can you share more about all of those?
Yes. So the magazine is completely contributor based. And so it's generated from our community. So anyone in our community can submit an article and we do review them. But chances are, if it's a good article, we're going to publish it. So if you have a message that you want to share and you want to be able to share it in a very empowering community, then we encourage you anyone to write for us and submit. You can do that right on our website at badasserymag.com. And it's really because it's such we like wide topics. We like wide ranges of topics. So it doesn't have to be about, like, sometimes people think that our magazine is just about being a badass, which while it is, it's not at the same time. It's about teaching people, how to grow their businesses, or teaching people how to balance their family and work life, or teaching people how to integrate their family and work life, and teaching people how to, make really great cake, or the best wine out there that you could drink. Just anything that is about living that badassery lifestyle. With our podcast, we really like to focus on highlighting and showcasing female, and men. We've had several men on our podcast. Just really
just start name dropping, because
that's true. We got to interview like Gary Vaynerchuk. I don't know. You might recognize his name. And we just recently, it hasn't aired yet, but we recently interviewed John Assaraf, which he was part of The Secret movie and a best-selling author, and he was amazing to speak to as well. So some really supportive men in the field as well. And that's been a really fun way to kind of highlight the community. And then with our live events, what we really want to do is I always say our mission is to connect women through transformative experiences. And so that's why we have been doing a lot of live events. We did an event in Chicago in July. We did one in Los Angeles in August. And we're going to be hosting an event at the end of October in St. George, Utah, where Samantha lives. It's called Love Yourself Conference. And it is just about helping women realize how wonderful and powerful they are, and getting extra support and meeting people that are like-minded, and just having fun, really.
Awesome. Kimi and I always say, if it's not fun, we won't do it. So the fact that you threw that in there, we're in. We're sold. Let us know where to go, where to buy our tickets. Have an event here. Oh, that would be so fun.
Ooh, maybe Badassery Bash 2020 needs to be in Hawaii.
Yes.
I second that. Awesome. You guys are providing such an amazing service for the women of the world. And you guys have built such an amazing, massive community. And just hearing the people that you've interviewed, and as entrepreneurs, and speaking to a tribe of people who are either entrepreneurs or aspiring to create their own businesses, we'd love to pick your brain a little bit now about some of the kind of business side of all of this. And I have a two-question question. One, what is kind of your favorite part of being an entrepreneur? What are things that you love that you would do every day for the rest of your life? And then on the flip side, what are things that you've successfully outsourced that you would recommend to anybody? Get this off your plate immediately. It's sucking away your time and your energy. If you could touch on those.
I guess the thing I would do every day is I would attend events. I'm all about experiences, and when women come together, they're so much stronger when they work together. And so anytime we have an event, it's incredible. Anytime we get to go to an event, I love it. I absolutely love it, So if that was my job every day, it was just to show up at an event and put a mic in my hand.
Your events or someone else's?
Oh, both. I would both. Yeah. Because the digital world's so cool, but it's flat, right? This is flat. I can't reach out and touch you. Not that I want to touch you. I can't reach out, and I don't connect to you on that deep personal level. And, we have found our best collaborations in person as well. So while I feel the digital world brings us all together, we still are craving more depth than that, as, entrepreneurs and just as humans in general going throughout this world. And then whenever you need to get something off your plate and outsource it, because it's easier said than done, right? You got to have cash flow, you got to have all these things. And then sometimes you outsource things and then you're oh, but I thought that would make me more money. I just recommend deleting the items. If they're not making you money and not serving you, just get rid of them. Like that's been our best. I'm like, do we need to be doing this? No.
Yeah. And I always like look at the things that take you the most time, that are the most like painful for you to do. Like you just don't enjoy those. Those are the things that you should look to. If it is making you money in your business and it's something that you can't give up, then look at for a way to either simplify it or automate it or eliminate it or combine it with something else or outsource it.
How do you decide between the two of you which tasks you take on? Are your skills different? Is that something that you negotiate piece by piece, or is it just sort of you have the flow at this point?
Yeah, I'm like, Kathy, if you'll do this, I swear to God, I'll mail you a bottle of wine.
I get paid in wine a lot. No,
no.
That's awesome. I'll work for wine. Pua,
I'm taking notes.
I know I sound like we're just sitting around drinking wine all day, but maybe we are. We don't ever tell. So I guess there's a couple things. Like I feel like both of us are really good at certain things, you know? And so a lot of our tasks, like we just share, we're like, okay, we're just running through them, you know? But then there are things that like I'm better at than Kathy, and there's things that Kathy's better at than me. So honestly, it's just like, oh, you're good at that, take it. And I'm like, okay. And then it's like, I don't have time for this. Can you do this? You know? So I don't know. I don't know if we've ever been like, this is our formal process. But I think a lot of it is just realizing that, you know, we're just two humans and we're doing the best that we can do, and if shit doesn't get done, like who cares? You know, we just kind of figure it out as we go along.
I mean, clearly enough shit gets done that you've built this beautiful business, and the shit that didn't get done doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
So,
And I know
it's great.
Yeah, I'm like, Kathy will chime in here because she's way more strategical. I'm like, oh, we just let the universe handle it. It all gets done. But that's where Kathy comes in and she's like, no, here's
like, no, this aligns with our plan. Don't worry. We try to I think that we have a really good, we are very on the same page about our big vision. And so the things that we've chosen to do and the things we have chosen to focus on are really in alignment with that large vision. And so it makes it a lot easier. And then, like we said, we do have some strengths that are very similar, that we're good at doing the same things, but I think more we have complementing strengths. So the things that I'm really like to do and that I'm good at, Sam doesn't necessarily like to do. And the things that she loves to do and that she's really good at aren't necessarily the things that I like to do. And so that really works in our favor. So, and then the things we both hate, that's when you either eliminate it or automate it or outsource it or something like that.
You are speaking our language. Like
seriously,
right? Like alignment with your big vision, like that really, and just to hear that you guys may not have, like, this is how we work too. Like you may not have tasks that you assign to each other, but there's that beautiful balance that it's like we're looking in a mirror when I look at you guys, and it's so cool. Like I think we're secretly doing this interview to pick your brains on how you work, to like see what happens with other duos, and it's just so awesome. But yeah, okay, so if there are people, and not if, like when the people come out of the woodwork and come to us and say, I want more of these two amazing women, where is the best place to hang out with you guys aside from in real life at your events? And those two, what do you have coming up? How can people connect with you and all those things?
So we just always tell people, I'm like, just go to badasserymag.com. It's just MAG. And like right at the top, it says like, here's our upcoming events. You know, we're going to be where I live in Southern Utah, then we're going to be in Oregon, then we're going to be in Bali. And I know there will be some things in between there. So if you go over to the website, Badassery Mag, you can see whatever we're working on right on the homepage. You can check out all the articles and all the cool blog posts and all, like, it's like this huge resource library. I swear it's getting more and more amazing every single day. You can find out how you can submit an article to us right there on the blog, like not the blog, right on the website. You can find us on Instagram at Badassery Mag, Facebook at Badassery Mag. Our Facebook group is We Are Badassery. But seriously, I just pop over to our website and be like, look at all this cool shit.
Perfect. Oh, well, thank you both so much for sharing this time with us and with our tribe. And yeah, we're so grateful to be connected. And so any final thoughts for everyone listening?
just be badass, I guess. But you already know that, right? No, thank you so much for having us on. This was so much fun. I love it.
Next time we'll have wine.
Well, yes.
And Bali sounds really amazing too. We're going to have to definitely look that up.
Yeah, it's in March. It's going to be 10 days of just complete and utter bliss is what I'm anticipating.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Okay. We're going to be looking at our calendar right after this. Awesome. Thanks so much, ladies.
We hope you enjoyed this episode with Samantha and Kathy. We're also super pumped to announce that Broke Ass to Badass, our 8-week online course for badass entrepreneurs, is open. We invite you to book a breakthrough call with us to chat about your business to see if this program can help you to take things to the next level. Broke Ass to Badass is the ultimate coaching program for entrepreneurs, and this community is ready to support you when you're ready to get clear on your gifts, monetize them, and have a freaking blast doing it. We are ready to serve you. Jump over to brokeasstobadass.com and book a breakthrough call with us. If you're able to book a breakthrough call in the next week, we are also super excited to offer a bonus training to you. This is happening on October 10th, 2018. And this is a bonus training on nailing down your badass profit pyramid. We don't offer these all that often, so this is an amazing time to jump into B2B and get started on your badass business. We're also launching our very first Broke Ass to Badass self-study lab. We have one course in there and we're building out a whole bunch more. So jump over to bledigital.com, check out the lab and see if there's something in there for you. We can't wait to chat with you. Have an awesome day.